Welcome to your friendly neighborhood historian, where we discuss just enough history to inform, intrigue, and entertain. I'm your host, Bill Petro. The history of Christmas, the Nativity season. Was there snow in Bethlehem? You've no doubt seen those greeting cards showing Joseph and Mary on the back of a donkey making their way to Bethlehem in the wintry snow. Have you ever wondered if Jesus could have been born during the year's close, perhaps even with snow on the ground? Snow is not uncommon in this part of Israel, and it occurs every 3 or 4 years. At an elevation of 2,400 feet, Bethlehem is in the desert. But desert means dry, not necessarily hot. Where I live in Colorado is officially the high desert, and we frequently have snow, although we're at an elevation of 6,500 feet. In January of 2022, there was snow in nearby Jerusalem, but the biblical narrative doesn't say there was snow on the ground. The Nativity account of the Gospel of Luke says, "Where shepherds watched their flocks by night." You may think that shepherds don't usually have sheep on the hillside during the winter, but rather in the spring. And you would be correct in thinking that. Usually. However, there were flocks of a special kind of sheep, designated for sacrifice at the temple in Jerusalem. They were kept all year round near Bethlehem at Beit Saur, the place of the night watch. Micah 4:8 provides a more precise location, Midgal Edar, or the Tower of the Flock. As mentioned in our previous podcast, we don't know with a certainty what time of the year Nativity occurred. 2 millennia ago, it was rare to track the specific date of a birth unless you were Roman royalty. Neither Matthew's nor Luke's gospel mentions either a specific year or a time of year. Even early Christians favored recording the death date of Christian martyrs. Matthew ties the Nativity to King Herod of Israel, who we know, according to the Jewish historian Flavius Josephus, he died in 4 BC. While the Gospel of Luke associates the Nativity with the census during the reign of the Roman Emperor Augustus. In Luke chapter 2, verse 2, it says, when Publius Sulpicius Quirinius was governor of Syria, so around the same time. While we have historical documentation that Christmas was celebrated on December 25th, as early as the 3rd century in the Western Church, the Eastern Church celebrated their holiday on January 6th, known as Epiphany or Theophany, with the visit of the wise men. We'll look at the history of Epiphany in January. Thank you for listening. I'm Bill Petro, your friendly neighborhood historian. You can find more details on this topic and others on my website at billpetro.com.